What's up, everybody? This is the 8 to 5 Trader giving you guys my trades for today. Today was of momentous occasions because I finally won. Today I'm plus 414 bucks and 50 cents. And after my commissions, I am plus 321.84. So I paid a little over $100. No, close to $100 in commissions for the trades. But today's one of those days. Oh, I had to burp. I broke my rule on purpose. I knew what I was doing today. And I told myself I'm tired of missing all of the moves, especially when they're lining up perfectly with my strategies. So I went ahead and took the moves anyway, and they worked out very, very, very well. So we're going to start off with CSX, and I was also trading two trades at one time. One long, one short. And I will say trading one long and one short at the same time is very difficult because there's room for hotkey mistakes. But I took CSX 400 shares. No, 200 shares. I took 200 shares, 100 each, I want to say. Did I take 400? I really can't tell. Oh, no, I had the thing right here. 200. No, I took 200. And I took a partial here at 72.82. I should have took it down here. But I took a partial late, and then I ended up holding. Oh, I see what that is. I remember now. After the price action squeezed up and it didn't break this moving average right here, I added another 100. Even though I took off 100 here, I added another 100 and waited for the push down, covered half. So I had 50 shares left, and I covered everything. And then I got back in later, tried to take it short again, but I felt like this was a late entry coming off of the moving average here. And coming off of VWAP, I took it, I think 400 shares heavy, I want to say. Yeah, I went heavy, and I realized what I had done. Then I took it off, and then as soon as I took it off, it dropped about 30 cents. So that would have been a good trade, but still, I didn't like the entry, so I cut it off anyway. But you guys can see the real move was here from $73 all the way down to $70, which is 3 points. Very clean move. That was the move that everyone was waiting for, and we got squeezed up to the moving average. But I want to say I missed this. No, I actually saw it here. I saw it right here, and I was looking for it for a long, and then it got down to right here, and then it closed. Then I just stopped looking at it. But CSX this was definitely the cleanest move, I want to say, of the day. And then we had AVRO. Most people in the chat room were not trading this, but I was. I took AVRO on the open range breakup. This is where I made a considerable amount of dough today. I went long, I want to say 200. No, I went long 400. So on the push up, went on 400. I took half off here at 21.47, and I took the rest off here at break even. And then as it went back up and tried to push for high of day, I went 400 long again, covered half, and then I want to say I took off two more here, and then I had 50 left. I want to say, yeah, I had 50 left, and I took everything off here. Then I came back on AVRO after it started to come down. I looked at this as a short, and the reason I did is because I've seen where the price action would try to push up, and then I would end up going long right here, and as soon as I go long, it pushes up and then it crashes. So I peeped this move. I went short 100 shares. I went short again at 400 shares, so I had 500 shares on this. Then the price action dipped. But the thing about AVRO that was really freaky today was the spread. Even though we're in the markets closed, the spread was at sometimes 20 and 30 cents. So when this thing pushed down, it jumped from like $5 down to like up to like $110. And I thought that when this move got to this non-moving average, we might actually get that push down, and it would end up doing a false breakout. And I want to show you why here in a second on another stock that made a nice move. But I thought we were doing a false breakout, and we were going to come back down and lose all the gains for the day. But when this went down 110, I was up $110. It flashed, meaning that because the spread was so bad, I went from up 110 down to like 75, and I was like, oh no, this is about to turn into one of those days where like I'm about to lose everything. And as soon as it flashed $5 and stayed there for a few seconds, because again the spread wasn't that good, the volume was really there, I cut it off and took the $5, which is where we got that. So I avoided that, and as you guys can see, the price action did not hold. It ended up squeezing. So I should have took this off right here, but I got greedy. But I really thought that the move was going to happen. But when you look at Qualcomm, you'll see why I really had that idea. So on Qualcomm, the price action pushed up, even though like the price action pushed up, and I've actually taken this trade to the long side on that next candle thinking it was going to keep going. So I've taken this trade right here on the 1 minute at the next candle thinking that move's going to keep going up. And same here, just the next 5 minutes it goes up. And the reverse of this would be if it closed below the 50 on the downside and then the price action squeeze up. So as the price action was coming down, I went short 200 shares at VWAP, but I think I was trading AVRO at the same time. And again, this is where it got really difficult for me because I was either trading CXX or, okay, I went short here, bought. I want to say I had another trade open at some point, but I ended up covering this way too early. So I went short and then I bought 100. I want to say I took off way too quick, I want to say. So I took off 100 here. So I went 200, took off 100, and once I took the last, no, so this was 50. So somewhere in here, I took off 100 twice, or I took 50 out. Anyway, I took 2 steps, but you guys can see where this trade had a lot more room to go, and I did not trade it well. So even with that last 50 shares, had I held from my original entry of 78.61, I would have got almost $100 out of that 50 shares had I just held it. But even though I missed that, I took another trade on Qualcomm later because there was a level here that the price action went up. I thought that was going to make a double bottom. That's what people in the chat room were looking for. And after this candle right here, we got a little weary that it was going to keep going down because previous day close was the ultimate target here, right here by this dotted line. Then the price action went up and then it challenged it. And then as it started to come down, that is when I made my move. I'm going to show you guys this on the 1 minute. So this is where I made my move, and you guys can see I actually got damn near a perfect entry as it started to come down. I didn't have to wait for that candle to close. I got it on the way down. My stop would have been above that. I went short, let's see, 200 shares, and then I scaled out. And I had a order for this right down here, but I got tired of watching it, thinking it was going to keep going back up. And that is when on this next candle I ended up taking it all off, but I guess I should have held it since it didn't break the moving average. But had I just held it, I had an order sitting in right around here, and I had one sitting up around here near break even. But that order would have definitely gotten filled. But Qualcomm was definitely a good trade. You see later in the day it finally went ahead and sold off after the market closed. But anyway, $414 realized. Really good day. I feel like I controlled my sizing really well. And even when the market was about to punish me big time for getting greedy on AVRO, I stopped out because I see this move a lot. But the price action doesn't fully break this moving average, and then it just reverse. And what you see here on CSX and everything else, it's the exact same trade. It goes up, doesn't break the non-moving average, and it rejects and keeps going back down. Same thing on Qualcomm. It rejects it and keeps going back down. So that's what I saw there, and I realized what was about to happen. So I'm glad I went ahead and closed it. But again, a good day, but I need to keep this energy and see if I can keep growing this account. But definitely looking at trading the first 5 minutes again, because I feel like I miss a lot of the moves on the first 5 minutes, especially when their moves reverse later on in the day. Because Roku, for instance, Roku did the same thing, went up, and it was going to trap you in that move, and it just sold off. That's exactly what happened. And MU made some nice gains. It sold. So if you had went short here on MU, you would have got burned bad. Like you'd have went short after the first 5 minutes, and then it would have squeezed up. So that's why getting in at that first 5 minutes, even though, you know, it's not, I guess, the best move, you definitely can avoid this or catch this when it goes up. But I see a lot of opportunities happening in the first 5 minutes. I'm going to see if I can start taking those more, definitely with smaller size to account for the risk. But these moves after the first 5 minutes are still there. Definitely should have did better with that. But, yeah, good day. See y'all in the next one.